How's everyone's day going? My day's going pretty good. I got up and went to the gym, and I went thrifting today. I can show you guys some of my thrifting finds. I have them in a box on the counter behind me. I went to the gym. I am not married or engaged. One said they noticed there was no ring. Alright, I need to get some ice for my coffee. I like my coffee really cold, which is why I have it in this metal cup. So it's just a little creamer and brown sugar. Dumping my cold espresso. Some oat milk. Alright, I'll give it a taste test. Is everyone's day going good? Tastes delightful. It's like a copycat, kind of my own recipe of Starbucks brown sugar shaken espresso. Putting some vanilla there. Oh, so it's just espresso, brown sugar, oat milk, a little bit of vanilla. Very tasty. I needed it. I was traveling over the weekend and I was staying in an Airbnb that like didn't have any coffee or a coffee maker, and like I was busy, so I just like didn't have a chance to like ever get a coffee, and I was like starting to freak out. But you guys who watch my lives regularly know that I'm always drinking the iced coffee. I didn't really add very much creamer. I just used a little bit of creamer in the cup with the brown sugar to melt it in the microwave. But I like to use the zero sugar one. Although I melted it with brown sugar, so I added a little bit of sugar. But I don't always make this. Usually I make a honey oat latte, but today I was feeling brown sugar shaken espresso. Okay, I have a few other matters to get to. Usually I get on here, make my breakfast, make my coffee, do my dishes, make something. So I think I'm gonna go live later. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make my lunch now. It's still like a little earlier than I normally eat my lunch, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to like just sort of make it and eat it, or just make it, put it in the fridge. But I have a little bit of work to get back to, so I was thinking about coming down here, making my coffee, doing the dishes. Let me show you something. I have all this produce I've been trying to use because I went to my parents' house over the weekend, and they have a big garden, and I got all this produce from their garden. This lovely aubergine, aka an eggplant. There's another smaller aubergine. So I just cooked up some eggplant last night, had it with some pasta for lunch. And then I have a ton of cucumbers. So I'm trying to figure out, I got some parsley, and I wanted to make like a cucumber parsley feta lemony salad. But then I also wanted to try some quick pickling of the cucumbers. And then I have some Italian peppers here. I cut some of these up and ate them with pasta, And I have my own homegrown tomatoes. So I don't know, did anyone see my... I went live the other day when I made pickled jalapenos. So I grew jalapenos and tomatoes in my own garden. And then I pickled the jalapenos for the first time. And I have another jar in there that I opened. And I started eating the jalapenos. They're very spicy, but they're good. I made some quesadillas and put the jalapenos in it. But so I used one of the eggplants last night and some of these peppers and made like some pasta that was good, and some of my own homegrown tomatoes, which I can show. I personally like a firm tomato. I have another more ripe one in there, but I kind of like a firm tomato, so I pick them when they're almost ripe, and then they like stay very firm. Here's my tomatoes. These were the eggplants I picked from my parents' garden. Wish I like grabbed a bag of stuff. I already used some of it, but I wish I like would have taken more, but I was in a rush when I was doing it. Hate tomatoes. Why would you hate tomatoes? But I have all these cucumbers, and so I wanted to make a cucumber salad, but I also want to try to pickle some of these. I've never tried to actually make pickled pickles. So what I did here was like this quick pickling method. I'm going to try doing that with some of the cucumbers as well. Maybe make them a little spicy. That'd be pretty good. What do you guys think of my eggplants? Also, very firm. Tasted good. I fried one up last night. They have pickling cucumbers that are smaller. Sure they do. I've never actually, so this was my first time trying to pickle anything, and they taste good. They're just quick pickled. I do want to learn how to actually like make shelf-stable food. These aren't shelf-stable. These need to be in a fridge. I heard you, I mean, I feel like you can pickle anything, but I do want to try to make some actual pickles, so we'll see how it goes. I wish I had more. I wish I had like an unlimited supply of like these types of peppers. I think they taste really good to fry them up with some tomatoes. They weren't spicy, at least the ones I had last night, but I had to put some red pepper flakes in the frying pan with olive oil and tomatoes in these. They tasted pretty good on pasta. Pickled onions. I sliced up some red onions and put some carrots in my quick pickle. Pickled eggs. I don't really like eggs. Somebody said you can tell if eggplant is good by licking it. What I have to say that is, this is not my first rodeo. Can't get that one past me. Someone said avoid the cucumbers. Why avoid the cucumbers? These are also very firm cucumbers. I do like a firm cucumber. That's not even a euphemism. I like when they have a nice crunch. Someone said, no, he's right, though, about licking the eggplant. I wasn't born yesterday. If anyone wants to see more of me, all you have to do is look for Felicity Freckle. What have we done? Okay. Got some of my produce back. So also, maybe I can put some of it in. I went thrifting this morning, and I got some new stuff. I got this pretty bowl that's like ivy, and I live in an old house, so I don't know, I thought this sort of like fit the vibes of my house. So maybe I could wash the bowl and put some of my produce in here. Pickled red cabbage is nice, easy to make too. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, isn't cabbage like the ultimate poor person, like, food, like, in the olden days, like, oh, they ate a lot of cabbage. I have to wash this bowl before I put anything in it. Just taking the sticker out. So this bowl was $5.99, half price at the thrift store today, so it was, what, $3. It's a pretty good deal. I love the thrift store. I got a whole haul today from the thrift store. Big Pony Club. It's funny though, sometimes at the thrift store you see a lot of like things like, I saw a few things with ivy on them today, and then like sometimes you'll see, I also saw some stuff with Scotty dogs. Sometimes you see a bunch of pig stuff, or like I've been seeing like a lot of basset hound stuff at the thrift store, and you're like, did an old person who was collecting basset hound stuff die? That's why all this stuff is here. But I also got this for $3, and it's like an ivy serving platter. So I got 2 ivy items. But this would be like if you were doing chips and dip, or like you could do veggies and then ranch in here. Also $3. But I have to wash this out before I put anything in it. Pink Pony Club. Someone said cheap, and normally, like, at first I might get insult, like someone saying I look cheap. Someone said cheap, and normally, like, at first I might get insult, like someone saying I look cheap or something. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I was talking about how inexpensive my throat. How's everyone's day? Alright, now I can put in some of my stuff. My lovely eggplants. Some cukes. Looks like it could be a picture in a magazine. It's not quite that beautiful, but oop, this is a little dirty. I'll wipe off the pepper. I like a lot of different types of music, someone was asking. Mostly like easy listening, soft rock, like folk country, indie folk, indie pop. This would still need washed up before I ate it, but look at this beautiful bowl of produce. Flower child, if you get too high, is a garden if you open your eyes. The lyrics match perfectly. Life is a garden if you open your eyes. So a lot of that stuff came from my parents' garden, but I'm working. These tomatoes came from my garden, and jalapenos that I pickled the other day. So I'm working on making my own garden more productive next year. It's some difficulties, but the tomatoes and jalapenos made it. My dad also gave me a fig tree, so I have that out on my porch. So I'm excited. I don't know how long it will take to actually produce figs. I was just hopping on here quickly right now. I think I'm going to get on in a little bit and make a bunch of food. So if you guys want to follow me so you can make sure you can see when I go live. I still have a little more work to do and I'm not quite hungry for my lunch yet. So I think I'll come back. I want to make a cucumber salad with some of my cucumbers, tomatoes, feta, olives. I have parsley. Make a little cucumber salad for lunch. And I have some leftover pasta from last night. But for dinner tonight, I'm making one of my classics, which is like spicy Asian noodles, and I'm going to cut up tofu in it. I love tofu. I'm the tofu evangelist. I noticed your smile and couldn't help but come along and tell you how contagious it is. Well, thank you. It's very nice of you. If anyone wants to see more of me, all you have to do is look for Felicity Freckle. Another one after attention. I mean, attention's okay, but I was also showing off my lovely vegetable haul, okay? Can we get a little attention for the eggplant? What, Freckles? Are you blind? You go live on other accounts. I go live on 3 phones at a time. That name rolls off the tongue so well to say. What name? Felicity Freckle? Maybe that's why I picked it. Your husband is a very lucky man. I have no one to cook for me, someone says. I'm not married. Alrighty. I also need to do these dishes. Do that later. Start looking at some of my thrift shop haul. This is the box they gave it to me in, the diaper box. I do not have any children. I'm excited about this. It's like a cookie press where you can put your cookie dough in here and make like different shaped cookies. And I like baking and I'm trying to get better. I'm already good at baking, but I'm trying to get better at baking. So I want to use this to make some cookies. Like I said, I think someone died recently that had an Ivy collection because I got a ton of stuff today at the thrift store with Ivy on it. I thought this picture frame was pretty and it goes with the style of my house. I have like 100-year-old house. I can never believe when someone on here is like, boring, you're boring. Do you know how many entertainment options are out there? You got TV, you got YouTube, you got Netflix, you got movies, you got video games. Why would you watch my live and then comment boring? Go find something you like. Got this cute little Scotty dog thing. I wasn't sure what I was going to put in it. I thought maybe... This is wet. I thought maybe like it could be a sponge holder. But I'm not sure what the actual purpose of it is. Or you could put matches or something in it. So that's going to be... We'll see what I end up putting there. Dog treats. I got this snail. I already have a few things. Like, I like putting stuff like this in my garden. So I have like I have snails, gnomes, fairies, frogs, and I have like a really pretty front door that's green. So I have a green frog on my porch, and then now I just found this green snail, so I'm going to put him out there to match my frog. I got all this stuff for $30. It was 50% off day at the thrift store, so stuff like this is $3, and then I get it for $1.50. I got this little Liberty Bell that I thought was cute, that I don't know, I'll just put it somewhere. I have like a shelf here in my kitchen that has a bunch of knickknacks on it, but I love a tchotchke and knickknack, so I thought this was the perfect little knickknack. The Liberty Bell. Here's another picture frame that I thought was cute. This mug I thought was kind of cool. It just says flute. But I also worked in the printing industry for a long time, and there's a few interesting things about this printing wise. I worked in a cup printing business for 5 years. So this has this cool metallic ink. I'm actually wondering if this is possibly not microwave safe, because I can see that it has metallic ink on it. But I just thought this was a cool mug. They always have really cool mugs. I honestly have to like not look at the mugs because I want to get them all. Oh, I got this little coffee set. There's another piece. I'm going to put this on my shelf of knickknacks. It's like Dutch windmills that I thought was cool. This is like a coffee set. You probably put like your sugar and like your little spoon in here and then your creamer. But I'm just going to put it on my knickknack shelf. Here's another, I may or may not, I like the cross stitch. It just has like baskets and has baskets on it. But if not, it's just a cute little frame and I could put something else in it if I decided I wanted to change it. But I thought that was just like a cute little old-fashioned frame. All this stuff goes super well with the theme of my house because I live in like a 100-year-old house and I have all this old junk in it that I get at the thrift store. This was another ivy find, but this glass jar, and I could put like a feather or something in here. So I thought this was cute. But like I said, I think somebody who had an ivy collection died or moved to a nursing home because there was a lot of ivy stuff. What's the green machine next to the coffee maker? That's a soda stream. Like it has the CO2 tank on the back and then you can make soda water. And then for those of you just watching, this was another one of my finds. This ivy, like chip and dip or like dip and veggies set. With ivy on it. I thought that was cool. So that was my thrift shop haul. I thought that was a pretty good find. I don't even know what's my favorite. I like everything. And then, of course, this. Try not to knock anything when I pick it up. I also got this ivy bowl that I just put my garden produce haul into. But I'm going to get going in a minute. If anyone wants to see more of me, all you have to do is look for Felicity Freckle. Any real talent. First of all, I have more creativity and enthusiasm and passion in me than you probably have in your little finger. And I also have plenty of real talents. I have the voice of an angel. I am a skilled artist and graphic designer. So why don't you shut the hell up? Do not interrupt me while I'm showing off my thrift shop finds. I'm also a wonderful cook and baker. You guys who like to call me talentless, I'd like to see what you look like and what you bring to the table, okay? I'm also a wonderful gardener. Sort of kidding. I stole most of this from my parents' garden, but I will get there soon. Alright, I'm going to be getting going, but I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to get back on here later and make some cucumber salad. I'm going to prep some tofu for my dinner. Ah, my phone's always falling. Someone said a yawn emoji. Are you saying I'm boring? See what you got. I'm very nice until I start freaking out. My hair's not really fixed. This is what it looks like if I don't style it. How do I find that side hustle though? All you have to do is look for Felicity Freckle. It's not very hard to find at all. Or that would sort of defeat the purpose of me being here. But all you have to do is look for Felicity Freckle. Me, baby, why don't you come over? Red wine supernova. Why don't you come over? I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Only Freckles. All you have to do is look for Felicity Freckle if that's your prerogative. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You live in a free country. But I'm going to get going. I have some other things to do, and then I'm going to come back in a little bit and cook. So if you want to see that, then you should follow me. Too much beer? Are you saying that to me? I bet you had too much beer. In a little bit, I'm going to make like a cucumber feta salad. So I guess it's not really cooking, it's more of preparing a salad. But then later, I'm going to make some spicy like ramen noodles and with tofu. So I was going to prep my tofu. Okay, so I'm gonna get going, but if you want to see more of me, you can find me at Felicity Freckle, or you can watch my live later.